one more thing about the charges. They read way worse than they are. That's the way they word possession of child.
Welcome to Bench Report Court Cam.
He is here, though.
Perfect. Okay, great.
Sorry, it's Francisco Gonzalez.
So, Judge, we're here just asking for a bond this morning.
Okay.
Do you bring him out? I can't remember if you bring him out or if you just want me to start.
No, I want him to hear it. So I get just wait.
Okay, perfect.
I see what it is, though, and
well, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about, though. So we can wait for him to get out there if you want, Judge.
Yeah. But ouch. Are you Francisco de Jesus Guerrero Gonzalez? Sir, you are wanted out of Maricopa, Arizona. I want you to know that you're not here alone. Your lawyer's here with you, but she is on Zoom at this point. Your lawyer is asking me to set you a bond, but I don't know. I don't know anything about you, and I have to get to know you in a very short period of time. The way we do that is by looking how you are on paper, because that tells me a lot of who you are, what you wanted, and your prior criminal history. So, Dave, tell me about Mr. Guerrero.
Your Honor, he's wanted for 4 counts of exploitation of a minor, dangerous crimes against children, class felony 2. I spoke with Maricopa County Attorney's Office, and they state that they don't oppose him getting a bond, surprisingly. However, I have some reservations. I spoke with Pari about this. Is at the time he was arrested, is that he had an open flight to Mexico, and so regarding the severity of the charge and his ability to obviously leave the jurisdiction of America, is that I'd have reservations regarding his.
Well, we can always make him surrender a passport.
And that's what Pari was saying is him surrendering.
And I do have an update on that day, and I apologize for not telling you earlier about it. I can tell you now in front of the judge, but whenever you're done, I'll let you know.
No, I mean, that's if you want to.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Judge, here's the thing. I think the reason that jurisdiction's not opposed is because he's been under investigation for 2 years for this. And in fact, he already has an attorney there that I've spoken to. So normally in these scenarios, when you're working so closely with the jurisdiction, the times that I've done it here in Houston, out of consideration for the client and the attorney, normally when they end up filing the warrants, they let the attorney know. That's the reason that you get an attorney preemptively in the first place. I don't know why that didn't happen, but there's absolutely no reason to think he's not going to turn himself in. He's 25 years old with no criminal history. He went to college in Arizona State. Judge, when he graduated, he stayed there, and he worked as the press secretary for the Mexican consulate. The reason he had the ticket, and I wanted to verify before telling you, is it was already booked. It was a round trip ticket. The ticket back to Mexico was set for yesterday. He would never buy a ticket while he's in custody to go to Mexico.
Was this a 2B, or was this already an open charge?
No. It was, they literally just filed the warrant. He has been under investigation for 2 years. They just filed the warrant, and for some reason they didn't tell the attorney he was working with so that he could set up a time to turn himself in, which they usually do. In fact, when she found out about it, she called when she found out he was in custody, and that jurisdiction told the attorney, her name is Melanie, that the charge is still unfiled. So I don't know where the misunderstanding came, but the warrant was literally just filed. If he knew about it, there was no way.
There's no misunderstanding. They're just, he had a flight, but they filed the case in between.
Right.
Exactly. So, and just so you know, Judge, so he got picked up on the flight in. Like, he came to the U.S. on Thursday. He was set to go back to Mexico Sunday. And the reason for that, just so you know, is because just so you know, his mom lives in America. His stepdad is an ER physician. He's going to be staying with them. He will surrender his passport. But when he didn't know this was all going on, his biological father has 7 bakeries in Mexico. So he was helping his dad that's why he was in Mexico. But he has no issue staying here. He has family here. He has ties here. He already has an attorney. So.
Aria, we're good. We're good. Are you okay?
I mean, the demanding jurisdiction is okay with it.
Hey, you're right.
Like I said, I just have reservations regarding the severity of the charge. I understand what Paria is saying, but if the demanding jurisdiction is open for a bond, I just defer to the court regarding setting a bond.
Also, about the charges, one more thing about the charges. They read way worse than they are. I'm not saying it's an okay charge. I just am telling you that I spoke to the attorney, and that's the way they word possession of child pornography. I just want the court to know that this is not a case where there's actual 4 victims. That's their version of possession.
So, for me at least, I want surrender of the passport.
100%.
And then we'll set a bond.
Would someone be here to surrender that now to the clerk's office, or?
Let me ask him where it is, and I can have someone there because I don't know where his passport
So
physically
let's
is.
do this. I'll have him put back and you can talk to him in the back.
Okay.
Let's figure out the logistics and then we can come back and set the bond. But I'm not going to set it until I know it's been surrendered. Someone else has possession of it, and then we can set the bond for you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Judge.
Well, because the other
What's
part, more for the court is that if there is an intention to set a bond, that I can let the demanding.
You're okay?
Well, no, just in terms of, like I said, I just have my reservations because of the severity of the charge. But regarding the bond, is that the demanding jurisdiction is about halfway into the governor's warrant. Apparently, they won a battle bad enough that they already started working on it, and so they're about halfway through. It's already got the process from the county attorney side, and so just so that I can let them know if the court does set a bond, I can tell them to stop working on it, or at least pause it so that they don't put extra.
I'm okay with it if you are, and Paria obviously is, right? Just we need to figure out what the amount is, but first things first is the surrender of the passport, and then we go from there.
Do you want me to stand down? Do you want to reapproach today, or do you want to?
No, we'll reapproach today. Let me talk to him about where it is. It may be in his property if he was stopped at the airport. So let me figure that out, and I'll reapproach.
I got to approach with Abel later anyway, so I'll hang around.
All right.
Okay, I'll be quick. Bye.
I still need admonition too, by the way. Okay. Do you want me to bring him out, Paria?
I'm back. Yes, please, Judge.
Are you on a cruise?
No, I'm at the airport.
Francisco, what's the last name?
Hey guys, the other, Guerrero? The other gentleman that was here, Guerrero?
Francisco Gonzalez.
What did you find out, Paria?
So the family has, his mom has a really dear friend who lives here. So I'm going to give her the instructions. The passport is in the property room. So I'm going to give her the instructions for him to go. He has to sign over the property release. She'll get the passport. I'm hoping today. And then I'm hoping tomorrow morning at 8:30, she'll be in the courtroom because you want her to turn it over to the clerks, right?
Yes.
And then I'm hoping.
So
that
you want to basically turn it over to the clerks?
Oh, that's what that's what they're supposed to surrender it and for pickup. And so until they get it, I would have, again, additional objections.
Do you mind if we just negotiate the bond amount now, knowing we're not going to set it? That way his parents can know. And I'll hop back on Zoom tomorrow as well. That's fine once the passport is in. But just so they have an idea of what the bond's going to be.
That's fair. Yeah. So I talked with Paria a little offline about it. And so ultimately, I would have issues with going down further than 25,000, just because the nature of the charges and the fact that there are 4 counts of them. But ultimately, if the demanding jurisdiction is okay with him getting a bond, I can't really argue against that. So, it's their case. But that's what I told Paria. That's where I stand.
Sure. And Judge, I understand that this is not a case where it's going to be set at $500. So I understand the bond needs to be reasonable. We were asking for 10,000, right?
25,000 today? She wants 10,000?
Yes.
So we'll split the puppy. 15.
15? Yes, Judge.
15,000?
Yeah, but I'm not setting it yet.
Just so you know, Francisco, right, tomorrow. So Francisco, just so you know, your mom's friend is going to come by and pick up your passport. I'm going to text your family and explain how that is. And then once Once it gets surrendered tomorrow, we'll set your bond.
Understand that once you guys surrender the passport, I can set you a bond, and I want you to understand that we take this absolutely serious. We give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to go surrender yourself or post bond in Arizona.
Gotcha.
You're old enough to understand that actions have consequences. If you fail to do this, I will revoke this bond. You're going to be out all that money. I will issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest, and I'm going to get you. And this time, I won't do this again. You get one opportunity, and if you fail to go do it, we set bond at 0, and the next time I will hold you until Arizona comes and gets you. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll set you for tomorrow to wait for the passport, and then we'll go from there. Okay?
Thanks,
Thank
Mario.
you, everyone.
Thanks,
See
Faria.
you tomorrow, guys. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Victims are too at the civil
Thanks for
courthouse.
watching. Stick around longer and click the highlighted videos to your right. See you there. Thanks for watching. Stick around longer and click the highlighted videos to your right. See you there.